Hello everyone, I'm Candace with Eclectic Coach. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to receive more updates as to when I post videos. Also letting you know, you could also support the channel by tipping me. There's a donation button. And then also if you're interested in getting some support and reaching your goals, I do Oracle coaching. This is where we do different exercises to help you really tune in to your own guidance system, the information that you're getting, but more importantly, to really not only tune in and receive the guidance, but follow through and take action, because that's where we're going to see the real changes. And sometimes when you're really intuitive, I know for myself, you just need that extra support, somebody else encouraging you who's participating and who's there to help you. So there's a link to schedule. It's a 4-part coaching package, and the details will also be at the end of the video. All right, so let's see here. We've got how to create more romance and a sense of joy in your life. So looking here, I have the system for undoing the cards here. Okay, so what I see has kind of been happening, and where you're at now, for those of you who picked piece number 1, is that you are coming out of a period of darkness, a period I'm hearing of stagnation specifically, where, oh, maybe I should have kept that light on the whole time. Sorry about that. Where you were going through a period of doubt, I'm hearing lethargy and just frustration and not being able to see very clearly. To where you're at now is, I'm seeing a sense of determination, a sense of just discipline in taking your life and doing the best that you can with it, and celebrating your accomplishments and looking at where you have come from. And what I'm also getting with her is just where she's focused on in the future. And so you're being guided to be assertive and to not back down and to believe in yourself. Somehow, I don't know, something that's coming to mind is we can get really supportive of the main character in a movie, you know, and things aren't looking well for them. But sometimes when it comes to us, we can just kind of get lost in our own stuff. I'm hearing root for yourself, believe in yourself. I'm also hearing the saying in the Course in Miracles, happiness is the choice I make today. So just deciding, like, I'm going to just do the best I can. I'm going to be as happy as I can. I'm going to feel as good as I can. And that's that with that. And what you're being guided to, mind, body, spirit, is, yeah, so I'm seeing this, especially under this Penguin Darkness card. I'm hearing you're letting go of structures, systems, routines. I'm hearing even mental structures and habituated patterns. I'm hearing just that have something to do with self-doubt and not believing in yourself and not believing that you can do it. But I'm being drawn to this yellow color. So you are being guided to work on your solar plex. You can do that in a lot of different ways. But one of the ways I'm getting for you is to drink a lot of water and put in fresh lemon juice, and also stand out in the sun. And as you do that, like, look at the lemon and, like, pay attention to your solar plex and breathe into that space and really get your solar plex healed. And that's going to also help you. But it's a decision to walk away from structures of thought, patterns of thought, behavior of thought. And I'm also getting that sometimes we feel guilty if there's conflict in our lives, this is not the time to be feeling guilty. It's the time to just walk away from things that you don't like and that are bringing you down, and just walk away. And then also don't be surprised if people get a little miffed when you don't want to deal with them in the same way, or you're not giving them the same kind of energy. So mentally, I'm getting something about just conversations that you have about yourself need to change. That has something to do with the structure of things, of how things are created in your life, and you need to let that go and not be feeling guilty if some things are falling apart. Yeah, I'm getting, what I'm hearing is to take action in the physical world, like make the phone calls, make the to-do list. And what I'm specifically getting for you is to really consider what you do have control over. Because there might be some pieces of what's going on in your life where you feel like you're not in control and you don't have as much influence. Take whatever you can grab a hold of and work with, and do that. Stop worrying about anything you don't have control over, and ask yourself, okay, well, if I can't do this, if I can't deal with this piece of it, if I can't do that, what can I do from where I am right now? I'm also kind of getting a lack of not being overly emotional, being industrious, being focused on what you're investing in the long term. And there might be a part of you that you need to let die, and let go completely for this new part of you. So I'm seeing this theme of some aspect of yourself, some structure that a part of your identity was tied into is going to die, but there's going to be this resurrection of energy and influx of new energy. Okay. Okay, so this was spiritual advice, and I'm not reading reversals. Oops, that was upright. So when I got a peek at this earlier, when I got to the practice part, is you're going to have to practice a new vibration, a new way of being. And because this is with reciprocity, I'm getting some piece around practice saying no, practice saying yes, practice investing in relationships and circumstances that are reciprocal and there's reciprocity. If you've had a habit of not doing that, and I'm getting giving too much, then practice saying no, practice setting healthy boundaries, things like that. I'm also getting something about honing a skill, or practicing a skill like in business or at work or a hobby that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel like you're giving back and that you're able to give and receive in this really healthy way. And also what I'm getting is if there's anything that doesn't show reciprocity, practice letting that go. Practice looking into what's going to be sustainable in the long term. But yeah, getting your hands in there and doing the work is going to also help you bring in more joy and more energy. And I'm just thinking of the bees and the worker bees and this king of coins here who's a very hard worker. What I'm hearing specifically is evaluating where you're going to be investing your time and energy, and only be investing it in projects and people where there's reciprocity and the opportunity to build and create. And it also might require that you practice some new skills, whether these are new communication skills, like the job that you're doing for example, let's say you're going to be a massage therapist, practicing, your hand movements, or practicing, like learning about anatomy, or practicing some new skill. That's going to bring more joy into your life, but also just practicing a new way of being. Okay, and then, what was this? Okay. Now I'm seeing what I did here with these cards. And then we've got the Be again. And I'm not doing reversals in this reading. Okay. Oh, look, and we've got the Tower again. So you're being called on to get in touch with the practical side of yourself, even though this is how to bring in more romance and more joy. And to realize that whatever things that need to fall away right now, or need to just sweep out of your life, that's okay. Letting go of belief systems that no longer serve you is going to be really important. And I'm getting that you're going to feel this new sense of strength and this sense of, I'm hearing fortitude and the ability to overcome challenges. And you're being given like a sort of depth, a sort of kindness. I'm hearing a gentle strength, a quiet strength through this experience. And so be compassionate towards yourself and be compassionate towards other people, and experience a sense of grace for what's falling away in your life. Okay. So with this clarity, with this depth, you're being guided to get organized, to increase the structure in your life. Get in touch with your heart, but also how it relates to the practicalities. But yeah, you're going to start feeling more in control of yourself, more self-assured. And I got something about, like, if you need help getting organized, if you need help getting situated, if you need help with your taxes, you need help with some practical aspect, because that's the energy that I'm seeing come in here, with, especially with this King of Coins and this other bee guy over here. Yeah, you're definitely being guided to step into more masculine energy, but also know that you can ask others for help, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm also getting that you're going to be able to help other people too. But if there have been structures and systems that need to be let go of, now's the time to do that, and to be very logical about it. What else are you getting here? Okay, I'm getting to split them. So one of the biggest things that is going to help you, for those of you who pick piece number 1, is letting go of worry and fear. Just trusting that you don't need to hold on to something just because it was familiar and it feels safer, that the universe has you, that you're always being guided, you're always being supported. So you're going to be letting go of a lot of worries and fears, and you're going to be coming into more balance and strength. And And really what you're getting, again, you got this 10 of Swords here is, yeah, there's something that you've been holding on to for a really long time that just needs to be let go of. That's been familiar, that's been there for you, that you are aware of, but you need to trust that there's a reason for everything that's happening and for this death and this transition that's happening. Really tune into your strength. Remember, nothing's ever happening to you. Everything's always happening for you. And really what I'm getting for you is get control of your mind. Get control of your mind. Realize that there's a blessing in here somewhere for you, and to trust that. So really step into your practical nature, your ability to think, your ability to make decisions for the long term. Practice what is going to help you in the long term, especially if it's like a new skill or something. And trust that there is fruit that's going to come out of this. And to just enjoy the process of developing your skill and take it one day at a time. Because you are making smart choices, they are going to build into success and bring reward. Don't procrastinate or overthink too much. Give yourself a period of time to evaluate all the facts on the table, to really get a lay of the land, and then don't be afraid of making decisions. And what I'm hearing is practice making decisions, but from a place where you've forgiven yourself, you've forgiven others, you've given yourself room to make mistakes. Let go of the old structures that have been binding you, because they may be familiar, but you haven't been super satisfied with them. Tune into your strength, your ability to make decisions, to think logically, to reason things out logically. And good news is on the way. So I hope that was helpful. Really leaning into your work and letting go of any pain or sadness from the past, from old structures, is what is going to help you bring more joy. Get practical, get focused, get into your work, let go of any disappointments about what didn't work out. Okay, I hope that was helpful for those of you who picked piece number 1. Hello and welcome. This is Candace with Eclectic Coach. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to receive updates on my upcoming readings as I create them. Also, I do a 4-package Oracle coaching service, and this is really going to help you tune into what Spirit is guiding you to do, but most importantly, how to tune into that guidance, receive it, but then follow it through over a period of time. So we meet twice a week or once a week for 4 weeks, and we do intuitive exercises, and we pull cards, and we keep a file on you to make sure that you're setting those intentions and following through and seeing what worked and what didn't. Big changes can happen, and I would feel honored to support you in that. If you're interested, at the end of this video, there's a description of it with the price, or you can look in the description box below, and there's a link to set up an appointment. All right, so let's jump in. So this is about bringing more love and romance and joy into your life, but that's more about like a feeling in your life, a feeling of possibility, a feeling of fun, of play, of romance. And so I just want to kind of look at where your energy has been and where it is now. Okay, so there's a need on your part, let me turn this light on here, to be calling in some forgiveness. Some forgiveness towards yourself, towards any mistakes you feel like you've made. Maybe I'm getting some upheaval in the foundations of something in your life. And I'm getting that you might be releasing some old relationships in order to attract some new ones. So that's definitely a theme that's coming through here. Or needing to forgive basically your family of origin or somebody in your tribe, basically your community of people. There needs to be some forgiveness, or maybe you would like some forgiveness. I'm hearing to start with yourself, though, and forgive yourself for whatever mistakes you feel like you made, because after all, that's kind of the whole point of this. And everybody says and does things that aren't cool, and we all gotta just own that and do our best to be accountable. I'm also getting if you've had to let go of something foundational, calling in people who you have more in common with, a deeper connection with, and surrounding yourself with people who really get you and who really understand you, especially if you feel like you have not really received very much of that from your family. Forgiving them and then finding other people who are kind of unusual in the ways that you're unusual. Mind, body, spirit. Okay, so let's see here. So I don't always read reversals. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. In this one, it's in reverse. So mentally, I'm just getting something about not needing everything to be perfect to move forward. So yeah, sometimes we need to clean up our space, get everything organized, get everything neat, situated. But I'm getting don't overdo that. Because sometimes we do so much decorating before the party because we're just nervous, you know? So if you've been obsessing too much or trying to make everything too perfect before you can relax and experience forgiveness, I'm just getting to accept mentally, like the emotional, mental, physical upheaval that happens. And just to accept that and to be at peace with that. I'm hearing emotionally to have more joy and romance and fun and play. Noticing the little things that make your life magical. So I'm getting write down 5 things a day that happened that were fun and surprising and new and different. And getting in a little habit of doing that every single day. And you see that little magic things do happen and are coming through. I don't know, for some reason I'm being drawn to her necklace here, like something with, I'm hearing deep contentment, practicing deep contentment in your body and feeling that in your body. But also something about tradition and family and just those, and she's braiding her hair and just those little sweet moments, appreciating that. Even when everything is messy and maybe not the way you want it to look on the outside, be at peace with that. Be at peace with the messiness of life and any upheaval that's happening, and look for those little small moments of joy, of appreciation, of satisfaction. And spirit, I'm hearing to remind yourself of what's good about you, of what you like about yourself, of patting yourself on the back, of standing up straight, of holding your head up high, of how would you hold your body if you had more of the things that you want in your life. Okay, so I'm getting some encouragement from Spirit. I'm getting also give back a little bit. give that phone call, give that acknowledgement, that little act of nurturing, getting somebody something to drink, hosting somebody at your house. Just those little kindnesses, courtesies that we don't want to do when we're tired and overwhelmed, but that we do want to do when we have an open heart, and do little bits of that to the people you love. Enjoy the little sweetness of life and reciprocate. This is actually going to bring in a tremendous amount of healing if you do that. I'm also hearing handcrafts. So doing something with your hands, braiding something, stitching something, chopping up your food, some sort of like alchemy with the hands, mixing things. I'm also getting if there was like a dream that you were wishing upon that didn't quite happen the way you thought it should, and you feel like the blessing is gone. It's not. It's you had to undergo a feeling, like not a feeling, but an actual healing, a transformation through like a dark night of the soul, through a lot of despair, through a lot of sadness. And you may have felt like your blessing has been held back, and maybe people aren't quite being reciprocal with you. What I'm getting to remember is that this is just an energy. So a shift in feeling, as Wayne Dyer says, is a shift in destiny. So changing how you feel, recognizing that a healing is happening and that your blessings have not been withheld. But things don't culminate or come to full circle in the timing that we think. They happen in God's timing. And there's like a whole orchestration and things that kind of need to happen over a period of time. And to trust that process is their encouragement for you. But also to generate within yourself just this feeling of pride and considering what you like about yourself, what's good about you. Keeping a Why I'm Awesome journal is a good thing to do, to acknowledge all the efforts that you've put in. Also, I'm getting to like take pride in your appearance, and how you look on the outside and how you're presenting is going to affect how you feel quite a bit. Okay. So some blessings that are going to be coming in is you're going to be clearing away some debt. So I'm getting that you're going to be like moving some money around, organizing some things, paying some things off, consolidating some things. And sometimes that can bring up some shame or some frustration, but remember with this infinity symbol here, you're an eternal being. And so it might require some discipline to keep paying off some of these debts, but also to square away any emotional debt that you feel like you have. I'm also getting for some reason to tell you to wear lighter colors, to wear more light, instead of so much black, more like white, more pale, pastel type colors. You're going to feel lighter and happier by just facing any of this. So keep that in mind. You're very strong. And just be really present whenever you go to do anything related to clearing debt, setting boundaries, saying yes, saying no, doing some journaling, doing some accounting, going through your stuff, organizing all your money stuff, letting go of that. It's going to require some emotional strength, but remember, you only have to have that 1 second at a time. and you're going to feel a lot lighter. So that's one of the blessings that's coming in. And just to be really present with it. And give yourself like respect and praise, and write down in your Why I'm Awesome journal like that you're facing your fears and that you're doing what you need to do. And that you are reciprocating and you're doing the little things to tend to the important relationships in your life. Okay, so what I'm getting is you're going to learn how to handle all different kinds of information. That's one of the big gifts that are coming to you right now, and how to have more romance and more joy. Sometimes it's about not taking things personally, and it's not about you. So there's a lot of different ways that this card kind of comes in. I'm hearing to remember the bigger spiritual picture that's going on here. No matter what information that comes to you, it's this knowing that you're not trapped, and that it's just the lies and illusions and the fear, false evidence appearing real, of the ego. That in the past has made it difficult. But now, because of this ability to be objective, to know that you can call on your guides and on specific angels to help you change your mindset around things, you're actually going to be getting quite a bit of information that's actually going to be very useful to you and very helpful to you. Even if it's kind of unsettling, what I'm getting to do right now is to remind you of just the truth of like life. Only love is real. Nothing unreal exists. Therein lies the peace of God. So like anything that is fearful or not of the truth and the light, you can let that go. Hold on, let me get what else I'm supposed to share with you about this. Are there any other messages to pull around working with this energy? Yeah, you're going to be able to receive all different kinds of information and not take it so personally. You're going to know how to hold your own. Yeah, like there's a much more balanced masculine and feminine perspective. Like I'm thinking here just in this, you're going to be able to see things for what they are. Instead of being overly emotional about it, you're also going to be able to embrace this logical. I'm also getting, it's just something about here. When it gets to be too much, or you don't like what you're hearing, or you're getting information but it's kind of unsettling, go to God. Look to God. Look to the angels for support, and to nature that's all around you, and be outside. And remember the spiritual truth of whatever situation that you're going through. You're not just being given tests and lessons for no reason. You're being taught something. There's a larger purpose to all of this. Remember to enjoy just those little things. Forgive anyone where there's been some destabilizing of some foundational thing. For some of you, it could be an actual relationship that's being turned over. And how you get through it is by just enjoying the little magical pieces, deciding what parts of it you're going to focus on within yourself, keeping a list of why you're awesome and why you're doing things well. Yeah, so what I'm getting is that you might have, or you might experience, a sense of loss, a sense of emotional disappointment around something foundational. What I'm hearing with this moonlighting card is it says you can keep working on your dream career part-time while keeping the other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. What I'm getting is if there has been an ending or a loss, there's going to be this new energy that's infiltrating in, and to trust that and to know that. And if it's about the loss of an important relationship or a home life situation and you feel sad, realize that it's all a part of it, and to call on your guides, and to remember that like certain things just can't come with you with the transition that you're making right now and what you're building into. So start moving fresh, new energy in, but slowly. So if it's around a career that you feel disappointed that you're losing, lean in to moonlighting in a new career, for example, or just slowly introducing and bringing in little bits of magic. And don't worry if it's messy right now. Part of bringing in this romance and this sense of peace is deciding to just focus on what's good about you and what you feel good about, balancing your masculine and feminine energy, and just slowly bringing in this fresh new energy of where you are going, even and especially if you're experiencing upheaval in some foundational area of your life and feeling sad. Just start slowly bringing it in. And also, you might not be able to completely let go of a circumstance or a person or a situation all at once. But the idea here, and what I'm getting for you, piece number 2, is particularly in this reading, is to slowly start bringing in that energy, that lightness, that confidence, by changing what you're wearing, changing how you're holding your body. I'm actually getting on how you look at things, like physically, like spend more time looking up, look at the horizon, or what am I getting here? Like, look directly at things. And when it gets too overwhelming to directly look at them, the things that are in your life, and you're feeling like blah or lackluster, or just not as into it, look to the divine and ask for support. Look to the divine to show you all the fruit that's all around you. Because what you are getting out of this is that, like, sometimes you get disappointing information, or you just get a lot of different kinds of information, and you sort of just need to sift through it and decipher what's real versus what's unreal, what's ego versus what's actual useful information. Let me ask really quick. Bringing in more romance and more joy. I'm getting that phrase, all the world is a stage and we are merely players. So as you encounter new pieces of information, anything that doesn't make you feel good about yourself, remind yourself of what's really going on here. Make it a point to take control of your mind and your body and how you're physically holding yourself. Do the little things to make yourself feel better. And start bringing in an influx of that new energy. So, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and sign up if you would like to do Oracle coaching and really tune in and drive it home on an important goal in your life. Check the description below. Have a good one. Hi everyone, I'm Candace with Eclectic Coach, and in this reading we're going to look at how to bring more joy and romance into your life, romantically, but also just in general, how to experience more of that freshness and happiness and just magic in life. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to receive updates when I do these readings. And also, I do a 4-package coaching session, and it's where we meet bi-weekly or weekly for 4 sessions, and we really tune into your intuitive guidance. We do a bunch of exercises, and we set you up for listening to your intuition, but most importantly, following through and taking action on that guidance. That's where you're going to really see change and growth. And a link for that is in the description box. But I just want to look here and let's see. So just some energy that you have been dealing with and that has been going on. So just taking a look here. So I'm getting like a confident energy. A confidence in your ability to create, a confidence in your own intuition, which is wonderful. The ability to mix and blend different circumstances. And I'm hearing the ability to pace your energy one step at a time. And also an influx of physical energy. So that's kind of where you are right now. And let's see how those themes are going to be. Oh, this other card wants to come through. Okay, I wasn't going to read it in there, but I pulled all these cards and I have this sorting system, and this one wanted to come out. So maybe you've also been dealing with some, yeah, you've got this energy, you've got these new events on the horizon, but you might be kind of mentally going back to some boredom, a feeling of boredom, feeling of, you know, where you basically got it all down, but you're kind of like, I don't know. Like as if the luster has kind of worn off. So maybe that's what's kind of going on. And that's what you should keep an eye out for, is keeping your eyes open to all the possibilities and seeing what you do have. Because you're actually in a really good space right now for creating, for building, for confidence, for physical energy. So mind, body, spirit. Okay, so if you've been, so if you've been feeling like a pause in action, or you're feeling just a little like slowed down, I'm getting, don't worry. The seeds have been well planted. You've already done so much. So mentally just know that you've done very well. And it ebbs and flows, and that's a part of it. So you don't need to go rushing off trying to make something. What I'm getting to is all you need to do is just try a few things and wave your wand because you've done so much work, and then things kind of happen. So like make a few light phone calls, do a few things. I'm just seeing her like with her hands stretched out, almost as if she has a wand, you know, just orchestrating things. And things are just going to flow to you. So know that. If you do get bored, just make a few minor adjustments to the situation, make a contact, reach out, connect, but it's all flowing so easily and quickly to you. Be sensible as to how you manage your energy. It looks like you're doing really well on that front. Okay. So you are going to have a relationship, a friendship or a romantic relationship. Even with these orcas, maybe an even stronger bond with a family relationship where you're caring for yourself, you're caring for others, you're intuiting, you're being patient, loving, empathic. So you're being guided to tune into that side of yourself, the patient, spiritual, creative, peaceful feeling I'm hearing. Okay, do I need to pull another card for your advice around that? Let me just pull one more card. Do you have any other just slight direct advice? Hope that's not making noise on my skin. Oh, yeah. So we've got the 7 of coins again. But this is kind of making me think of this again. Just like lightly reach out. You don't have to push or force or cajole. Just lightly connect, reach out. There's going to be some healing in your family. You're going to be feeling more confident about yourself. And hearing a stronger sense of your own personal identity. But you don't have to worry if things aren't moving super quickly or moving really fast, or if there's a slowdown. I'm also getting, if there has been sort of like a slowdown energetically related to work or something like that, I'm hearing you've got things adjusted pretty well, so you can just manage with just minor touches to the system here and there. But it's also to open you up to having the mental and emotional space to enjoy your family, enjoy your close relationships that feel like family, spending time with your kids. I'm hearing laughter with your kids. And so that's going to bring more of a sense of joy and romance. Also, I'm hearing to work on your self-esteem. I'm hearing work on your physical self-esteem so that you can enjoy sensuality, sexuality, and that kind of romance as it's coming into your life. Okay, let's see here. So some of the stuff that's coming in that's beautiful and joyful in your life is related to nature and just being in the beauty of nature, being around nature. I got specifically one thing that you could do is when you're feeling mentally foggy, if you can, go outside, be in nature, commune with nature, breathe in the fresh air, and like let the sun kind of beat down on your face and over your auric field, and it will burn through some of this foggy inertia type feeling that you might have. But also getting outside and even drawing on nature by sitting by a beautiful plant or just looking at a particular flower and just noticing it and being very present and still with it. And breathing with the plants can be very healing and cathartic and can bring a sense of magic into your world. What I'm getting is that you're really starting to see how it's all about your own perception of yourself, what you think. Do you see yourself as limited? Do you see yourself as not having the answers. How do you see yourself? And what I'm getting is start speaking kindly to yourself. Remember the kind compliments that people have given you. Maybe even get out a pen and paper and write them out. Really nurture your friendships that support you and encourage you. And just remember, though, that other people are only reflecting back to you what you think and feel about yourself. So as you change what you think about yourself, what you see in the mirror is going to change, but also the feedback that you receive from other people in terms of compliments, support, encouragement. That comes from you deciding, okay, this is where I am, this is how I feel, this is what's really going on for me. But this is how I'm going to choose to see myself. This is how I'm going to choose to see the situation. And it kind of takes a minute to work yourself into a new way of looking at it. And to say, okay, I have been believing this about myself, that I'm limited, that I'm only this attractive, that I'm only this capable, whatever. What if I just decided to believe something else? And the messages that you receive from other people will begin to reflect a new identity that you choose to adopt within yourself. Because actually you are quite confident. You have a lot to feel good about. You know how to mix it up. You know how to create just the right mix and balance. You know how to get a hold of your energy and climb that staircase one step at a time. Sometimes it feels like things are going just too slow and you feel heavy. But remember, there's a reason for that, so that you can spend time with your friends and your family. And don't worry if there's like some pauses in action, because otherwise you would just run at it so much that you'd burn yourself out. So just take this time for your friends and your family and all that stuff. Make time for romance. Get out in the sun. Burn off any insecurities or illusions or fogginess or false narratives, and like really let the sun come pour down on you. And even imagine the sun pouring into your solar plex will be very healing for you. And know that other people are only mirroring back to you what you think and feel about yourself. So when you want to start getting better feedback from people, start believing it yourself. Start telling yourself that over and over again. And it's just amazing how many people will line up and agree with you. It's really interesting how that works. Okay, I'm getting advice to read it like this. So what I'm getting is that I'm hearing about focus on this one. Focus on the good that you do have. Focus on the plans that you have. On your creative energies, on your creative abilities. Focus on what you already have and that's what's already within your grasp. And then also enjoy watching your ships coming in. So enjoy what you have now, and then focus on just allowing it to come in. You don't have to, you can be really impatient, like if you're at a port, like if you're trying to go to a cruise or something and you're waiting for your boat to get into port. You can get really annoyed, like you want the adventure to begin, but it's already at hand, it's already happening. Enjoy the view, enjoy where you are, enjoy watching the things that you've already worked on and that you've already extended effort in. Enjoy your ships coming in, and that which you can focus on and really get in there and work with, then do that. But if there's a slowdown, relax about it. Relax. Because there is going to be an influx of new important documents and contracts and business ventures, and they're all coming in their due sweet time. So if it hasn't happened yet, just deal with what you have now and enjoy it. And focus on being the Queen of Cups, creative, tender-hearted, a good parent, loving, nurturing in your relationships. I'm hearing if you are a feminine listening to this, really lean into your divine feminine nature and realize the power and the importance of your nurturing ability, your willingness and ability to listen, to be tender-hearted to other people, to care for them. That's really good energy. That's really good karma. And that's part of why there might be some slowdowns. So when you're experiencing slowdowns, trust that it's all fine and well. But if you need to, go outside and work with the sun to burn off any excess worry around it. But it's happening, again, for your romantic relationship. Okay. So what I'm hearing is that if you guys, piece number 3, can just get the pacing right, enjoy the mixture, understand that she's got to pour the cup from one thing to the other, and that's how you make the mixture happen. So 1 minute the cup's being filled up, the next the other one is. So what I'm getting around this is the pacing. So enjoy the influx of abundance and things and energy, but you don't have to push that hard. Like I saw before, you can really just kind of adjust your systems and things start flowing again. Don't get impatient, or irritated about it. Realize that's making space for you to enjoy your relationships. Realizing that you can only enjoy what you have to work with at that moment, and then at other times you're going to have to just enjoy your ships coming in and get out in nature. And but what I'm seeing is any kind of hardships or pain, when you're going to be going through a period, and just really, really enjoy this, where you're going to have less conflict, less heavy work. You're going to be able to take things into stride, and your heart's not going to hurt. So you're going to be really relieved of a lot of painful things that have been difficult for you. So what I'm hearing is appreciation for what is and what's coming in and what will be. And don't get bored or frustrated. Look around at all the possibilities, and specifically look to your family and close relationships when things start feeling slow and stagnant. So piece number 3, I hope that was helpful in terms of how to bring in more romance and more joy, work on your self-esteem and feeling good about how you look, really taking time out and enjoying your important relationships. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for upcoming future readings, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello everyone, I'm Candace, Eclectic Coach, and this is your reading for those of you who picked piece 4. And this is how to bring more just romance, just in the sense of confidence and joy and play into your life. And yeah, so let's see here. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also, I do Oracle coaching. If you want support in reaching your goals and tuning into your intuition, I'd love to help you. Okay, so I'm going to just get some water here. Okay, so kind of the energy and themes of where you are now is you've hit a point of equality in your relationships. There's especially your romantic relationships, which is wonderful. there's a sense of contentment and feeling good about yourself and self-esteem and satisfaction with yourself. Yeah. So you tune into that, and if that's for you, then this reading's for you. If not, check out another reading. And as always, take what resonates. But yeah, so I see that kind of where you're coming from now, and some very strong points and some strong themes are that there's equal distribution of power and responsibility in your relationship. You're feeling just like satisfied because you have enough energy. There's just a good, earnest feeling that you have as a result of giving and taking and equilibrium. And you feel confident about yourself. And you've got your eye to the sky, basically. And just her arms are open, as you can see in this card. And she's just connected with, like I'm getting the light that comes in through these trees here. So that's wonderful. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups again. So mentally keep this going, this feeling of satisfaction. Yeah, like counting your blessings. I'm just getting count 9 cups in your life every day. 9 things that you feel good about, that are good about your life, that are good about you, that are working in your favor. 9 things. And like make half of them, or about half of them, something new and different that happened that day. And other things, they can be kind of like stable things that you want to maintain and keep appreciating and create more of. But like a love of life, a love of the everyday riches, I'm hearing. And there's something about like night walks, or going out, if you live near the beach, and going on the beach at nighttime. I'm hearing immerse yourself in the elements. Okay. Interesting, because for body, we've got Queen of Air. Oh, so I'm hearing plan ahead. So like for your body, plan ahead. I'm seeing this horse. So I'm thinking of horsepower. I'm thinking of physical energy. Clear away things that don't serve you by adding in things that you are going to benefit from. So like, hold on, I'm going to cough. Okay, sorry, I hope that wasn't loud. But it's kind of like, so I had to stop the video and actually go clear my throat. So, and I'm still kind of having to clear it. So maybe clearing out a habit that doesn't help you, and like really focusing on physical energy and get up and go. Because as you can see, this unicorn here is moving forward. So what I'm getting is, I'm hearing, I've had it up to here. So like, I'm just seeing like swords stacked on top of each other, like 9 of them. So 9 is like a culmination point. So what I'm getting here is that specifically, in order to get your mind out of any weird place that it ever might go, all you need to do is just get grounded. Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. What's coming in? So I'm getting to tell you that sometimes when things are going well, we can become afraid that they're going to go through a season change, and they might, or that we might lose it. But you need to know that you're very strong, and you will show fierceness in protecting what you're creating for yourself and feeling good, and you can be fierce when you need to be. But right now you can enjoy. Just keep it going by feeling feelings of satisfaction, and this is how you're going to experience more romance and more joy. Think of what makes you feel romantic. Think of what makes you feel sensual. Think of what makes you feel alive. Think of what makes you feel clear and strong and energetic and physically powerful in your body. Think about it, and then actually carve out a plan and then do it. And then anytime you begin to feel like you're having too many thoughts and like life kind of creeps in, get out and get grounded. Like literally put your bare feet in the earth. I'm getting even, consider going on a medicine retreat, very powerful, working with sacred plant teachers like ayahuasca, which is an amazing, amazing experience. Or ibogaine if you need to really reset. But I'm getting for you, think more just like retreat, something different, something that's going to help you with other people get grounded, get connected. There's just something about this one being up while the others are asleep and feeling kind of alone, and you might need to connect with some other like-minded people. And to keep that in mind if ever things get a little like wintry, that you can advocate for yourself, and you do have a fierceness and you do have an energy that you can draw on. But for the time being, just really enjoy, really have fun. So, at certain points, I'm getting, because you will be very excited and love so much of what you're doing and be very enthusiastic, you might take on a lot. And you might need to accept help from others. And you might sometimes feel like things are out of balance and you might get stressed out. And that's when you need to go outside. That's when you need to seek support of like-minded friends. And also I'm hearing wish upon a star. I'm just really getting out in nature, like at a wilderness retreat, something like that, outside. I'm getting that there's a certain kind of wealth that you want to have, and that's a wealth of experience, a wealth of memories, a wealth of life, of satisfaction, of just like physical energy, vitality that you want to make sure that you have, and you will. But you need to do things to like fill up your cup and sustain yourself and that's what's going to help you stay through any winters. is like having like a plan to retreat and rejuvenate. But also, like, because she's seeing into this thing here. It's like, how do I maintain my energy? But also enjoying where you are, getting out in nature, wherever you are. And knowing that you can draw on a fierceness, like within. Okay, let's see here. I'm hearing that one of the gifts that are that are coming in for you related to romance and just joy of life is looking back on things that you've created with important people, with your life, with your job, with your projects, with what you have created and done so far, and feeling like you have a wealth of knowledge about what those experiences have taught you, what they've meant, how they've helped you, how they've shaped you. And that's kind of a way to commemorate the ending of important things. And then I'm being reminded of this book, The Gap and the Gain. So remembering to be in the gain of life, looking at what you've achieved so far, instead of what you haven't, and connecting the dots and intuitively piecing it together, and maybe reflecting with a close friend or a loved one about some of the experiences that you've been through, some of the things that you've learned. Maybe if you do go to a retreat or a conference or something, to re-nourish yourself. But it's all about having this passion, this energy, this vitality, and reflecting on that and getting intuitive insights from that is going to help you. I'm also getting if there's any projects that you would actually just like to wrap up and complete, just as a part of the cyclical process of things, to tune into your intuition. And I'm just kind of seeing like loose ends and you mending those loose ends up and using your intuition to see where those ties and those threads need to be, and tying it up in a bow, basically. Okay, so that's what I have for you. And yeah, just stay focused on just to recap real quick, stay focused on what you're satisfied about. Continue to be proud of yourself. Count your blessings. I'm hearing 9 things a day that you're satisfied about, that you're happy about, that are happening in your life. And I'm hearing also 9 blessings. Play 9 blessings. Like, challenge yourself. Because sometimes we'll think of like 3 and then we'll get thinking about something else. Really sit down and think of 9 blessings every day when you're enjoying something. Or 9 things you like about it. Also getting out at night and being outside. And planning ahead and clearing away any patterns that don't serve you. Anything that, and then doing like meal planning, things to have lots of energy. I'm also getting clairaudience, I guess just because of her earring for some reason, even though it would be up here. Listening, tuning into the future. If you ever start to feel like this, wish upon a star, pray, call to your angels, do things to fill up your own cup. You need to remember how to remain stable through the winter, but know that you've got this fierceness within you, and possibly go to a retreat. And I was getting more for this tuning into what needs to be completed and how, and also connecting the dots in your world that you've created. And remember to ask for help from others if you feel stressed. And if you don't know who you can ask, because sometimes we get into a place where we're like, well, I wouldn't even know who to ask. Pray and ask that you be guided to the right person, who it wouldn't be taxing on them. It would be the right mutually beneficial circumstance. And it would be good. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for those of you who picked piece number 4.